Good morning, children. In the last video, we have done the exercise and we have completed that exercise 1.5, I think. So, let's start with our new topic, that is statistical definition of probability. So, let's see the new topic. So, all of you look at your textbooks. So, we have seen the mathematical definition of probability earlier. This definition can help to find the probability only in the case where the outcome of the sample space of a random experiment are equiprobable and the number is known. But we find several cases in practice where the outcome of the sample space are infinite and unknown. For example, there are many fish of different types in a huge lake. We have to find the probability of catching a certain type of fish when a fisherman throws net in the lake to catch the fish. So the mathematical definition of the probability cannot be used here as the total number of fish in the lake is unknown. Okay, so infinite, wherever the outcome is infinite or wherever the numbers are infinite, there we are using so that time the probability mathematical definition of probability is not able to be used. So moreover, we come across many cases in practice where the outcomes of the random experiment are not equiprobable. For example, a trader transports certain goods from his godown to his sales center. The event that these goods safely reach the sales center and event that it does not safely reach the sales center are not equiprobable events. It is not possible to evaluate possibility using the mathematical definition of probability in such cases. Let us consider another definition of probability. Means wherever the mathematical definition is of probability is not at all possible, there we are going to use when one uh, another probability definition. Okay, so called the statistical definition of probability, which is generally more useful in such situations. So now let us start with an illustration. So another probability definition is called the statistical definition of probability. So the illustration related to that definition is we have to find the probability that a customer will purchase while visiting a showroom selling ready-made garments for a long time. To know this, we should obtain the data about the customers purchasing from this showroom. This data can be obtained by sample inquiry. As the size of the sample increases, we can say that the information from the sample inquiry is more close to the population information. Suppose it is found that 79 customer purchases out of 100 customers in the sample inquiry. When the number of the customer in the sample inquiry was 500, then it was found that 403 customers purchased. Right. So the data obtained by increasing the sample size n are as follows. Like the sample size of the sample, like 100, 500,000, 5,000, and 10,000. Then the number of customers purchasing, that is 79, means out of 100, 79 customers are purchasing the garments. Out of 500, 403. Out of 1,000, 799. Out of 5,000, 3,991. And out of 10,000, 8,014. Right, the proportion of the customers purchasing are R upon N. This is the proportion. So how you will be finding, that is R upon N means number of customers purchasing divided by the size of the sample. That is first one kya tha, 100 or 9 out of 100, 79 customers are purchasing the garment. So your proportion of the purchasing is 79 divided by 100, that is 0.79. Then next is 403 divided by 500, that is 0.806. Then next is 0.799. Then 0.7982. Then 0.8014. So this is the proportion of customers purchasing. So here it can be seen that the size of the sample n increases. The proportion or the expected frequency of the customer purchasing the ready-made garments takes value close to 0.8. So we accept this value as the probability of the event that the customer visiting the showroom will purchase. Thus, the probability is obtained in the form of relative frequency. The definition of probability based on the relative frequency is called a statistical definition of probability. Relative frequency means probability that is related to our frequencies. Means n is depend on our frequency. Okay, so that is called a statistical definition of probability. It is also called the empirical definition. The definition is as stated below. Suppose a random experiment is repeated n times under the identical condition. If an event A occurs in m trial out of n trial, then the relative frequency is m upon n of event A gives the estimate of the probability. That means this is the form m upon n is the formula of our probability of any event. When the larger and the larger value of n is taken, then that is when n tends to infinity. The limiting value of m upon n is called the probability of event A. So in notation, it can be written as P of A is equal to limit n tends to infinity. टेंस वो एरो है ना उसको टेंस बोलते हैं और जो अल्फा दिया है उसको इंफिनिटी बोलते हैं राइट सो लिमिट n टेंस टू infinity that is m upon n so the limiting value of the ratio m upon n when n tends to infinity value is denoted by limit n tends to infinity m upon n in practice the relative frequency m upon n itself is taken as the probability of event A. Now we shall consider the examples showing the use of the statistical definition of probability. Now let's see the illustration, that is illustration number 36. So let's see that illustration one. So the question of the illustration 36 is, so the next illustration is illustration number 36. The question is, the sample data obtained about marks scored by a large group of candidates appearing for a public examination of 100 marks are given in the following table. And the table is marks that is 20 or less, then 21 to 40, 41 to 60, 61 to 80, 81 to 100. Then the number of candidates that is 83, 162, 496, 326, 124. The question is, one candidate is randomly selected from those appearing for the public examination. Find the probability that this candidate has scored, first condition, less than 41 marks, second, more than 60 marks, third, marks from 21 to 80. So, your solution is, first of all, what you have to find? You have to find your n. So, the number of the candidates selected in the sample is n equal to 1191 means frequencies. Normally what is n? N is sigma fi, that you all know that n is sigma fi. So ये fi class है और ये fi है. So fi का total जो होता है वही होता है अपना n, right? So first condition is event A, that is the selected candidate score less than 41 marks. So P of A is equal to relative frequency for the candidates scoring less than 41 marks, that is equal to number of candidates scoring less than 41 marks upon total number of candidates in the sample. So the number of candidates scoring less than 41 marks. So 41 कहाँ है? ये class है. 41 means 41 to 60 ये class होगा. So less than 41 means 20 or less and 21 to 40 उसके सामने की frequencies. That is 83 plus 162, that comes to 245. So P of A is m upon n, that is 245 upon 1191. Right. So this is our P of A, answer of our first question. Right. Next is second B, event B. The selected candidate scores more than 60 marks. So B, P of B is relative frequency of the candidate scoring more than 60 marks. So that is equal to number of candidates scoring more than 60 marks upon total number of candidates in the sample, that is m upon n, more than 60 marks. So see in the table that class more than 60, that is 61 to 80 and 81 to 100. 61 to 80 and 81 to 100 के frequencies, that is 326 and 124. Right. 326 and 124, that is 450. So P of B is m upon n, that is 450 upon 1191. So n तो constant ही रहेगा because n is the total number of a frequency. So 450 upon 1191, that is reduced to 150 upon 397. That is the required probability. Now next question is in that third question, that is event C. The selected candidate scores from 21 to 80 marks. So P of C is equal to relative frequency for the candidates scoring from 21 to 80 marks. So our m upon n, that is equal to number of candidates scoring from 21 to 80 marks upon total number of candidates in the sample. That is more than scoring selected candidate scores from 21 to 80 marks. 21 to 80 marks means, see the table again, 21 to 80, right? 21 यहाँ से start होता है और 80 यहाँ end होता है. 81 नहीं consider करना है हमको. तो 21 के सामने frequencies, that is 21 to 40 class, in that frequency is 162. 41 to 60 class frequency is 496, and 61 to 80 class frequency is 326, right? So you have to add all the three frequencies, that is 162 plus 496 plus 326, that comes to 984. So P of C is equal to m upon n, that is 984 upon 1191, that is 328 upon 11900 use करके, right? So this way you have to find the sum. तो ये easy sum में formula तो वही रहेगा, P of A is equal to m upon n, probability of any event is m upon n. Okay. Now next, illustration number 37. A factory runs in two shifts. The sample data about the quality of the items produced in this shift are shown in the following table. This is an important question, so tick mark it as important one. This is asked in the many times. This question is asked in the board exam. So now the first column is quality. Then the quality में क्या है? Defective items, non-defective items, and total. Then shift, that is shift 1 and shift 2. Then the next column is total. So shift 1 में defective item is 24 and non-defective item is 2176, and your total is 2200. And in shift 2, your defective item is 46, non-defective item is 2754, and your total is 2800. And here the total of your defective item comes to shift 1 और shift 2 का मिला के 70, and non-defective items total of shift 1 and shift 2 is 4930, and your total items, that is of shift 1 and shift 2, is 5000. Now what is the question? That you have to one item is randomly selected from the production of the factory. If the item is taken from the production of the first shift, then find the probability that it is defective. Second, if the item is defective, then find the probability that it is from the production of the first shift. दोनों को घुमा के दिया है, बस एक ही क्वेश्चन है लेकिन घुमा के दिया. So first what you have to find is your n, that is your sample, that is 5000. Now event if the selected item is from the production of the first shift, right? So first shift में क्या, P of A equal to number of items produced in the first shift upon total number of items in the sample. तो n क्या हो, m क्या होगा अपना, number of items produced in the first shift. Okay. फर्स्ट शिफ्ट में कितने आइटम्स प्रोड्यूस्ड हुए, डिफेक्टिव नॉन डिफेक्टिव सब कुछ कैलकुलेट करके 2220. So if the item is taken from the production of the first shift and find the probability that is defective. तो पहले तो हमें find करना है कि P of A क्या होगा, कि that total production of first shift. Number P of A equal to number of items produced in the first shift upon total number of items in the sample, that is m upon n. M equal to number of items produced in the first shift, 2200. P of A equal to number of items produced in the first shift, right? Or P of A equal to m upon n, that is 2200 upon 5000. Second event, that is event B, D, कुछ भी. The event B or event D कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं. Event D is the selected item is defective, right? Okay. तो इसमें if the item is taken from the production of the first shift, इसको हमें A consider करना है, and that the probability that it is defective से हमें B, कोई भी अल्फाबेट B, C, D कुछ भी हम इसको एज्यूम कर सकते हैं। तो इधर इन लोगों ने क्या एज्यूम किया है यहाँ पे, द आइटम टेकन फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट शिफ्ट इज ए एंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट इज डिफेक्टिव को डी एज्यूम किया, राइट। तो सी ए means event A, the selected item is from the production of the first shift, means वो first question को, वो first point को लोग ने divide किया। तो प्रोडक्शन फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट शिफ्ट को ए इवेंट एंड, और ए इवेंट का प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है आप लोगों का 2200 अपॉन 5000। देन डी, द सेलेक्टेड आइटम इज डिफेक्टिव, उसको डी कोई भी अल्फाबेट कंसिडर कर लो, मींस एक ही स्टेटमेंट को डिवाइड करके दो अलग अलग अल्फाबेट्स। तो पी ऑफ डी को क्या दिया, रिलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द डिफेक्टिव आइटम, तो उसका एम अपॉन एन क्या होगा, नंबर ऑफ डिफेक्टिव आइटम्स अपॉन टोटल नंबर ऑफ आइटम्स इन द सैंपल्स। तो शिफ्ट 1 में डिफेक्टिव आइटम्स कितने हैं, 70। so your p of d m upon n will be 70 upon 5000, राइट। तो अभी a इंटरसेक्शन d, ए इंटरसेक्शन डी क्यों फाइंड किया है, क्योंकि ये इफ वर्ड आया, मैंने कहा था जब भी इफ वर्ड आता है तो वो क्या होता है, कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी, ठीक है, कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी होता है। जो इफ के बाद जो हमने इवेंट लिया है, जैसे अभी इसमें बोला इफ द सी, जो हमने इफ के बाद का जो स्टेटमेंट होता है उसको हम लोग डिनोमिनेटर में कंसिडर करते हैं। यहाँ पे क्या था, इफ द आइटम इज टेकन फ्रॉम द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द फर्स्ट शिफ्ट, तो उसको हमने ए कहा था ना, तो ए को हम डिनोमिनेटर में लेंगे, राइट। तो पी ऑफ डी बाई ए, तो डी बाई ए का फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगा, पी ऑफ डी इंटरसेक्शन ए अपॉन पी ऑफ ए। तो डी इंटरसेक्शन ए इस वजह से हमने फाइंड किया। जब भी इफ वर्ड होगा तो सोच लेना है कि वो कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी है, ओके। तो ए इंटरसेक्शन डी इज रिलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ फॉर द इवेंट ए इंटरसेक्शन डी, दैट इज नंबर ऑफ आइटम्स इन इवेंट ए इंटरसेक्शन डी। तो क्या हो जाएगा वो 24। देखो हम फिर से एक बार और टेबल देख लेते हैं, 24 कहाँ आ रहा है, ए इंटरसेक्शन डी। ए इंटरसेक्शन डी यानी डिफेक्टिव भी है, शिफ्ट 1 भी इंटरसेक्ट कहाँ पर हो रहा है, यहाँ पर 24 पे, तो उसको ए इंटरसेक्शन डी बोलते हैं, राइट। तो वो हमारा 24 आया। तो 24 अपॉन 5000। अब हमारा फर्स्ट, द इवेंट दैट द आइटम इज डिफेक्टिव when it is taken from the first shift d upon a, probability of d upon a using the formula of conditional event, p of d upon a is p of a intersection d upon p of a। तो a intersection d क्या था, 24 upon 5000 upon 2200 upon 5000। तो क्या हो जाएगा वो 24 upon 2200, so that is 3 upon 275। so the required probability is 3 upon 275, okay। तो इसका आंसर आया 3 by 275। अभी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, इसमें नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या था, the event that the item is taken from the first shift which is defective, तो ये था, ठीक है। let's see that question once। if the item is defective then find the probability that it is taken from the production of the first shift। so the item is defective, उसको हमने D लिया था, और सेकंड क्या दिया है, it is taken from the production of the first shift। तो क्या हो जाएगा अपना ये A upon D, राइट। इसके बाद वाला जो स्टेटमेंट है that will be going in the denominator, so A upon D। तो P of A upon D का फॉर्मूला क्या है, P of A intersection A upon D ना, तो A intersection D upon P of D। okay, let's see then next, the event that the item is taken from the first shift when it is defective, so A upon D, the probability of A upon D क्या आएगा, P of A intersection D upon P of D। so P of A intersection D क्या है, 24 upon 5000 upon 70 upon 5000, that comes to 24 upon 70। so your answer is 12 upon 35, वो reduce करके आए 12 upon 35, okay। now next, limitation theory है, few theories are there, let's see। limitation, the limitation of the statistical definition are as follows। now first is the value of the probability can be obtained by the statistical definition of probability only if n tends to infinity, then if n tends to infinity, but the infinity value of n cannot be taken in practice, okay। we are not using that infinity value, we are never using that। now the probability obtained by this definition is an estimated value, the exact value of the probability cannot be known using this definition, exactly we don't get the value. We don't know the value of the this type of definition, right? So this is the end of our uh, theory, and after this we are having one exercise, that is exercise 1.5. so इससे related exercise सारे बहुत easy है. See, 1 2 से दो ही questions है. ओके, दो क्वेश्चन ही है हमारे पास. और उसके बाद आता है हमारा लास्ट सेक्शन, दैट इज एक्सरसाइज 1. राइट, एक्सरसाइज 1 आ रहा है अपने पास. तो क्या करना है अभी हमें, हम पहले थोड़ा सा इसके जो समरी है वो देख लेते हैं. आप लोगों को ये समरीज जरूरी है. ओके, तो इसमें क्या इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है थोड़े बहुत. द इवेंट्स बेस्ड ऑन द चांस, व्हाट इज रैंडम, तो एक रिवीजन है ये, राइट. So what is summary in that? First is the event based on the chance are called random events, right? Chance पे, possibilities पे जो भी event होते हैं, that is called a random event. The experiment which can be independently repeated under identical conditions and all its possible outcomes are known, but which of the outcome will appear and cannot be predicted with certainty before conducting the experiment is called a random experiment. Now next is the set of all the possible outcomes of a random experiment is called a sample space of that experiment. Now a subset of the sample space of random experiment is called an event of that random experiment. Then U is a finite sample space and A and B are the two events in it. If event A and B can never occur together, that is, if A intersection B is equal to null set, then the events A and B are called a mutually exclusive events. Then next is, if the group of the favorable outcomes of the events of a random experiment in the sample space, then the events are called an exhaustive event. ये दोनों important है. The group of the favorable outcomes of the event of a random experiment is the sample space. Then the events are called an exhaustive event. The elementary events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Okay. If there is no apparent reason to believe that out of one or more events of a random experiment, any one event is more or less likely to occur than the other events, then the event are called equiprobable events. The next is the number of the mutually exclusive, exhaustive and equiprobable outcomes in the sample space 2 of a random experiment is n. If m outcomes among them are favorable for the event A, then the probability of A is m upon n. Then the range of the values of P of A, the probability of any events of A of a sample space U is 0 to 1. A and B are any two events in a finite sample space U. If the probability of the occurrence of the event A does not change due to occurrence of event B, then A and B are independent events, right? This independent event के definition सही है. Suppose a random experiment is repeated n times under identical condition. ये है हमारा statistical definition. If an event A occurs in m trials out of n trials, then the relative frequency m upon n upon event A gives the estimate of the probability of the event. Then P of A. When the larger and the larger value of n is taken, then it is that is when the n tends to infinity. The limit of the value is m upon n. That is called the probability of event A. Right? ये सारे जो भी समरीज है, सारे चैप्टर्स के समरीज है, वो आप लोग अच्छे से करना है क्योंकि ये 1 मार्क्स में और एमसीक्यूज में आते हैं समरीज. तो समरीज आल्सो वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. यू हैव टू लर्न इट बिकॉज जो टेक्स्ट बुक में है वो टेक्स्ट बुक इंटरनली जो पूछे जाते हैं वो मोस्ट ऑफ केसेस समरी में से ही आते हैं. ओके, नाउ we will see that last exercise, that is exercise 1.5. So the first question is the sample data about the monthly travel expense of a large group of travelers of a local bus in a mega city are given in the following table. Now first question, first table, that is class दिया है monthly traveling expenses, that is 500 1 to 600, 600 1 to 700, 700 1 to 800, 800 1 to 900 and 900 or more. The number of travelers, that is 318, 432, 639 and 579 and 172. So the first question is, one person from this mega city traveling by local bus is randomly selected. find the probability that the monthly travel expense of this person will be more than 900 first condition. Second condition at the most rupees 700 maximum. हाँ? और third है rupees 601 or more, but 601 or more, but rupees 900 or less. Okay, so ये question है. So we will see this sum in the next video. ये question है, इसका solution अभी next video. Okay, so this is the end of your solution, and you have to practice for the that exam. So 26 your exams are starting, so practice stat subject का portion है chapter 1 to 3. ओके सब कुछ आएगा, सब कुछ पढ़ना, थियरी सारा पढ़ना है, इसमें कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं आएगा, इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं दूंगी, सब कुछ पढ़ना है आप लोग. दिस इज इनफ फॉर टुडे, सी इन द नेक्स्ट.